It's Jeremy. Welcome back to the Slowest WAAAGH, where we are playing Tzeentch. It's turn 22, and kind of excited about some of the things that are going on. So let's talk about stuff. We did a bunch of site searching. Didn't find anything there. Got some griffins. Arcane probing, found nothing. Augury found a sun ridge at our Throne of Death. So another 2 fire gems. We are up to 11 income already. That's super duper exciting. I'm very, very, very happy about that. Dark Knowledge found nothing. High Respects found nothing. Bummer, but is what it is. We get to see some battles between Middenheim and Bone Nose. Middenheim attacking Bone Nose here. We've seen this army before. I say army, it's a little raiding stack. I like how it's set up, but there is a fair amount more here, so let's see how it pairs out. Ooh, those magma bolts might be doing some work. Not enough work, it looks like. You guys are pretty good. Not bad. Alright, so looks like... Yep. Loses 12 Orc Boys, a Forest Goblin Archer. Does keep the Savage Orc Great Shaman. Pretty decent little force there. And then Middenheim attacks Bone Nose Tribe in Asherton with just some mercs. And they are up against... Oh boy! Oh shit! So we've got some Spider Riders. Love them. These guys are actually kind of interesting. They do have poison javelins, which is kind of fun. As well as a light lance with some invulnerability. We've got some mixture of orc boys and some savages. Bunch of forest goblins. We've got a phoenix power caster over here. Interesting. We've got a mixture of mages. The mages are coming in. Some goblin shamans, more phoenix power, a lot more phoenix power actually. Orc boys or boar boys in the background, etc., etc. So this is a pretty large force. Bunch of battle fury, fireballs, rage, etc., etc. So the mercenaries are obviously going to get creamed there. Loses a little bit, but this is a fair amount of mages for our current point in time, and the size of this host and the inclusion of these mages smacks to me of the okay. We've got a death ball kind of scenario. Now this might not be the entirety of the death ball itself. It might be. I don't know that I have seen enough of Bone Nose's losses to know whether or not this is everything he has left or not. But we have seen a fair number of losses, so this might be what he has left. My assumption is he's got a little bit more that he's trying to like collect into this big death ball. No, Dotus, you didn't. No, can't be up here right now. You already clawed me. I don't need any more holes in my flesh. No, sir. He looks at me from down in this little corner, and he's got kind of like the Puss in Boots eyes from Shrek when he's got his hat in front of him and he goes big eyes. Like, no, absolutely not. My finger still hurts. He got me earlier. So pretty interested to see if this is going to be the death ball or if this is just, you know, something he's thrown together because he needs more oomph or what. But we'll try to keep an eye on things. Battle between Bretonnia and Black Crag. So we get to see some of Bretonnian's shenanigans. A bunch of archers all over the mix. We've got a bunch of different knights. We've got Grail Knights, which are kind of his big boys. We've got Knights of the Realm, which are just good, you know, heavy cav. We've got a Questing Knight mixed in here who has Heroic Blade. These guys have Demon Slaying, which is really cool. Not for us. It's very uncool for us. We don't like those Questing Knights. But it is what it is. We can see all of these mixtured yeomen, men-at-arms, etc., etc. I love the different colors. They're great. And yeah, got some stuff going on in the background as well. So we are up against, or he is up against, not us. Not really much of anything. We just get to see how this goes. This does give us a look at his bless, though. His bless is Air Shield 40, which is the throne that he took, so not that. Blur, Undying 8, Enchanted Blood, and Heroism. So that's actually not as crazy as I thought it was. That's actually relatively mild, all things considered. Truth be told, I thought it was a significantly worse bless, like more hellish bless. But in actuality, it seems like Grail Knights are just really fucking good. So he's just kind of been using them to expand like insanity. So that's kind of fun. Neat and good to know. It's very good to know that he's on the other side of the world. Because that's 3 fucking Dukes. The Dukes are fun, by the way, because they have specific setups. They all have like slightly different abilities, different innate gear, a Sword of Swiftness, right? This guy is a Tax Collector. Trident of Manon, right? So, bunch of fun little things. Kind of like little heroes. And no, sir, I do not want you on my lap right now. You quit that. Quit it. Anyways, unexpected events. Unrest 4 in Anvast. Boo. Is that in our... Yes. Stop it. We have luck 3 here. Stop it. An assassination attempt in Sirmiok. Okay. A dog is trying to assassinate one of our acolytes. Starfires. Swear to God if a dog kills one of our acolytes. Oh no. It's come down to hand-to-hand combat. His dagger versus his bite. Oh, we got a dagger hit. Oh God. Oh, he's diseased. Great. Fantastic. Cool. Unique hero has joined our cause. It's Village. We will take a look at the Curseling momentarily. He's really cool. 5 more secrets before we unlock a gate. On Dagor, we got Misfortune 3. Damn it. That's also... Oh, well, there's no luck here. Bright Woods. Gold. 520. Some Fire Gems, an Air Gem, and a Halberd of Might. That's kind of cool. In Palia, a Charismatic Preacher has changed our Dominion. Game? Can you quit? Construction of the fortress in Valcoria, the palisades in Namor, and the fortress in Sirmiok are done. Okay, cool. Let's talk about what is actually happening this turn, shall we? We are recruiting for mages in most places. Acolyte there, Acolyte there, Acolyte there. We've got a scout coming over here because we don't have the ability to get acolytes there yet. We're doing a bunch of marauders in some places. We're finishing up our chaos knights and some more chaos warriors over in Sirmiok. More acolytes in Tzeentch. More chosen warriors and marauder horsemen here as well. We're doing a set of chaos knights for the same exact reason as we did in Sirmiok. We're doing them over here. Some more chaos warhounds. Some more marauders. And you can see the big arrow because this guy is moving. So this guy is pulling all of our chosen warriors, all of the marauder horsemen we have over here, some more chaos knights, as well as the griffins. He's pulling them over to Traveler's Rest. We are getting prepared. We are going to be done with Enchantment 4 this turn. It will not take us long to hit Enchantment 5 with our current trajectory and research speed. So, we're going to be hitting in Traveler's Rest this coming turn. Likely we might wait a turn, but we might just immediately go. And the intention is to pull all of the forces into Cormark, and then probably split forces in Stonegrave and Bushward. part of what we are waiting for is this. We're going to try to keep eyes on where this goes. We are hoping that this is Bone Nose Tribe's death ball. This is the majority of the remainder of our forces. We're going into Middenheim and we're gonna try to win a big battle. The assumption is that he's not going to win a big battle. Hopefully for us, right? Is that he's not going to win a big battle, but that he does a lot of damage to Middenheim. The thing is we want that fight to happen prior to prior to us getting in the war, because we don't want Middenheim and Bone Nose to be in a situation where Bone Nose feels like he's losing. We attack Middenheim. Middenheim goes to Bone Nose and says, "Hey, I'll peace out for this arrangement. You get to live." And Bone Nose takes that, and then all of a sudden we have to actually fight Middenheim. When you say it like that, it sounds bad. When you say it like that, it sounds like I'm stabbing him in the back, which, of course, I actually am. It's a war game. Deal with it. I feel sad every time I think about it. But that's the hope, right? Is we want this force to fight Middenheim, and then as soon as that has happened, then we want to go on Middenheim, right? So that might mean we wait here a turn or two. That might mean we jump up into Cormark immediately next turn if we see a big battle here or something like that, and we're like, oh, shit. Right? I shouldn't have moved the scout this turn, actually. I should have just left him here so we could field these set of locations. Anyways, that's the generalized idea. When we are here, we're going to have 200 units, a fair number, over 60 Marauder Horsemen, and then we can add into the mix a bunch of Chaos Warriors as well as a bunch of Wolf Tribe Archers. Wolf Tribe Archers are undisciplined, so getting buffs on them is going to be more difficult, but that's honestly not a super big deal if we're painting with a size 20 block, which is what Flaming Arrows is, right? We've got our Adepta Pure Phlegaton. He's going to be escorting. He's going to probably be the only mage. We might take a mage or two, an acolyte, in order to do something like Body Ethereal, right? We could dip there or get there very quickly afterwards, but I don't know that we're going to do that. And then in the meantime, over here in Tzeentch, this is going to be the right-hand force, complemented by a shit ton of Marauders is the plan, right? So we've got a couple of Knights here. We're also going to get some Chaos Warriors. So this section is going to be Marauders, Chaos Warriors, a few Knights, and then we'll have Chosen and Marauder Horse Archers mixed in. The anticipation is that we are going to probably be a little bit slower on the right side than we are the left side. That is because I am more interested in sweeping up this left side and sealing it off, if at all possible, than I am worried about over here, right? So that's the generalized concept. Obviously, that does create a situation where perhaps Middenheim is like, all right, well, fuck it, I'll be punitive and march everything that they have down towards us. If that's the case, though, that's going to take them several turns, and I'm relatively confident that if that comes to pass, we can not worry about recruiting mages or things like that, and we can just put all of our money into troops. So I think if that were to come to pass, I think we'd be just fine. We're also at Conjuration 4, so if anything really terribly scary happens, we can drop into a fair number of summons to beef ourselves out. Obviously, we don't want to, right? We want to save our gems for some very specific purposes, mostly empowerments and globals, but if we need to, we can. So that's the generalized concept there. I wanted to check this out. This was, I think, really cool. This is not, what is this? This is only like a construction 3 item. Yeah, this is only a construction 3 item, but I actually really like this early on in the game. I think that this is a very good item against Titans. And I still don't know what Middenheim's god is necessarily. But if you take this thing and you put it on someone like this, that hits really fucking hard. So, Halberd of Might, it is piercing damage, so it will reduce some of the, or ignore some of the armor. And it can do increased damage due to the slashing. Right? You can chop off body parts, etc., etc. But basically, 39 damage is a hell of a lot of damage to deal with for almost anyone. Now, obviously, it's only coming from one source. It's a relatively high attack source. We could potentially augment that if we needed to, though it can be somewhat difficult with the research that we currently have right now. But the point that I'm trying to make is that I'm pretty excited about having received that, because that is an option for us to throw that on someone as we go after Middenheim and potentially have an answer to something like a really high protection but low health entity, or a medium protection high health entity. If they're taking a 40 damage hit every turn, it can be really difficult for even something that has a lot of HP to regen through that. If they've got too much HP, they won't care, but we'll see. Anyways, I think that's about it. Nothing else really going on. Oh, we're claiming Throne of Gaia this turn. That's big. That's exciting for us. So we've had to suffer for a few turns under the Growth 1 because of the Death Throne. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to snag the Throne of Gaia. Gonna pop us back up. We're gonna be at Growth 3 in our Dominion, which is gonna be really nice. And it's also going to get us more nature gems in the long run. We do have a person that is harvesting now, so hopefully we'll get decently lucky and be over 10. If we could get in the 15 range, that would be really fucking cool and set us up pretty nicely for the future. But yeah, we'll see how that actually turns out. Are we done with the augury? We're done with augury. So that is also a pretty important thing to note. So we are at 11 fire gems after having site searched augury our entire territory. 11, pretty good. Obviously, we would be happy to have more. 15 would have been really, really cool, but 15 that's a fucking lot. That's a whole lot. And for clarity, this is 11 off of only fire sites. If we can break into some water, we potentially will find more, because there's some like water fire sites, and I think there's some earth fire sites as well. I don't know if there's a lot of anything else. I think there's like a death fire site or two. So as we break into other sites, we will also hopefully find, or break into other paths, we will also hopefully find a few fire gems here or there. So it's very likely that we will end up around 15 in our territory. But the hope is we take Middenheim's territory, we pop up to like 20 just off of that from site searching his territory as well, and maybe a few mixes here or there, and then we get another 20 out of Eternal Pyre. And if that happens, we will be sitting very, very pretty. So fingers crossed. See you next time. Bye-bye, everybody. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.